Nick, Doug Smith, the Toronto Star. All year you've talked about your team's even-keeledness and the way they keep level heads. Given the stage, is that even more a trait you need to see from them in the next 24 hours?
Yeah, I mean, there's still a lot of work to do, Doug. I mean, we got to keep some focus and improve on some things and make some adjustments and do the work, right? I think there's a lot of basketball to be played yet. Again, we try to ignore what the score in the series is and we get more concerned with making them one game series if we can.
Do you personally change your next 24 hours and how you prepare for a game against a team that's obviously as desperate as the Warriors are?
I don't think so. I mean, I got a lot of work to do yet. You know, I still keep reviewing, and we put our ideas together of what they may change personnel-wise or coverage-wise, or what they may run against, you know, some things they see that they've added here, you know, in the last game or game or two, and just keep mulling it over, you know, until you get to decision time before the game tomorrow.
Arash?
Coach, Arash Madani with Sportsnet. Doug's a lot more collected than I am, so I'll ask further to that. Have you processed at all the idea that you're a win away from winning an NBA championship?
No, I just know we got to go win another game, and I've tried to do that all through the playoffs. Just look at the next game and go win it, and I imagine everything will take care of itself from there.
Do you find that the players have kind of embraced that too? There doesn't seem to be a lot of celebration after these wins.
No, they've been good, right? I think, again, our collective IQ, our experience, and our demeanor has been good after these games. We'll see tomorrow, you know, but so far they've gone in after games and talked about continuing to work and improve. And there's still a lot of room for improvement, so we get another chance to do that tomorrow.
Jeff on the right side.
Jeff Zilgate, USA Today. Nick, you've been here for a little bit, and what does Alex McKechnie do that's so impressive to you? And is it something that you've never seen before from a sports science and training staff?
Well, it's certainly something I've never seen before. Again, I've never coached at this level where we've had this type of expertise, right? And from my standpoint, I'm not sure half the time I know what the hell he's doing. I just know that I trust him 100%, and he's got tremendous experience. He's innovative, and when he tells me guys are ready to go, I play them. And when he tells me guys aren't ready to go, I don't play them. If he tells me guys need to play 10-minute stretches, I do my best. I don't always do it. I do my best to keep it at 10 and under. Whatever he is, I just that's the level of trust that I think I'm lucky to have. I mean, you know, it's not fun trying to guess who can play, who can't play, or whatever, and we just leave that up to him and his staff.
Brian in the middle.
Brian Mahoney, Associated Press. From where you guys were in the last round, you know, almost down 3-0, in which case maybe we're not here right now, to winning, you know, 7 of 8 against 2 of the best teams in basketball now is obviously a pretty incredible run. Is there anything you could have, when you got through that game 3, where you could have said, okay, now we're about to take off? Was there any signs that your best basketball or such good basketball was coming?
I don't know specifically from that game. I felt that one of the times I felt really good in this playoff run was game 1 at Milwaukee, which we lost. We just hit that dramatic buzzer beater to advance. We got on the plane the next day and had to play less than 48 hours after that. And I thought we came out and played unbelievably tough. The ball didn't bounce our way that night. We didn't get any breaks, but I thought we outplayed them for the course of the game. And then when we went down 2 to them, our guys were like, we're okay, let's just get back home and get one, and we'll get this thing turned around. So that's probably a moment of where I thought the team had something inside them to keep on going. But again, I think they've put down a foundation of defense. And I think if your team puts down a foundation of defense that they're going to try to bring each night, you put yourself in position to win most nights.
Tim in the back right.
Nick, Tim Reynolds with the Associated Press. Two things. One, I even though as you try to stay locked in this cocoon of going through your film and going through all those things that you want to do before tomorrow night, there's stories about Let's Go Raptors chants breaking out on planes, landing in Toronto. There's been Let's Go Raptors chants at the Canadian Open. What is that, when you hear those things, what does that mean for what you guys have already done? And secondly, a lot got made the other night about when your guys walked off the floor at Oracle. It was like stone face walking into the locker room. Does this team still impress you with the amount of focus that it's had?
So the first one, I always, again, learn all this stuff when I come to press conferences. I don't hear much about any of that stuff. The only thing I saw when I got to my condo building last night, they had a thing in the elevator of, they all took a big picture. They had a watch party in our condo building and had a little thing in the elevator, so I wouldn't miss that. So, but yeah, I think the focus part has been impressive, necessary. I think they know we can't get someplace before it gets here, right? And you got to put in the work to do it.
Greg in the back left.
Greg Logan of Newsday. From a media perspective, Kawhi is a very low-key, downbeat type of guy. From a coaching perspective, what has been the key for you to developing the relationship with him this year that, is critical to this franchise?
Well, again, he's a real professional. I've stated this before, is that when I speak in the meetings or when I speak in a film session or when I speak in a huddle, he's always looking at me, and a lot of times he's nodding his head. And I've always said, for a rookie head coach, that makes you feel okay, right? When a guy like him is actually looking and sometimes agreeing with what you're saying. And as far as developing a relationship, I mean, he's about business. He puts in a work day that's incredible, from all facets of getting himself ready to play. I'm pretty much a non-BS guy. We talk basketball, we talk how he feels health-wise, and keep it pretty simple.
Last question, Mark on the right.
Nick, Mark Schwartz, ESPN. I know you've seen or heard about the stone-faced looks that your guys had, every single one of them, and I know you talk about basketball IQ, but what is it that, does Kawhi set a tone like that, or do you set a tone like that? That every single guy was not smiling.
Well, Kawhi certainly sets that tone, but so does Kyle, so does Mark, so does Danny. There's four guys, and then I think the younger guys take the cue from them. They're all just. I think they like playing together. I think they know there's work to be done, and I just think they just know there's not a whole lot of energy to spend on celebrating before time, and let's hope we understand that. We're gonna see tomorrow night. I mean, we've handled it so far, and let's see if we can handle it again.
Thank you, Coach. Kawhi Leonard will be up next.